was CP3 doing? You get sent home at 3 o'clock in the morning? What the hell were you doing in that locker room? Because it wasn't just because of that event, that situation that happened. It was stuff that kept building up throughout the course of the season. He was doing stuff behind T. Lue's back.
Fuck CP, ain't no name on it, nigga. Get the ball played and get the action. Right. Yo, why you got it? Take time.
All right, listen, we need to get into this whole Chris Paul situation because it's starting to look like way more layers are popping out the closer you look, man. Kendrick Perkins jumped in and dropped some comments that nobody's really shining a light on. And I'm starting to believe he might actually have the inside tee on whatever went down between Chris Paul and Tyronn Lue, man, because that's the core of everything we know. Clearly, something went wrong between Ty Lue and CP3, to the point where Stephen A. Smith jumped in heatedly, saying you just don't handle a veteran like that. And if he finds out Ty Lue played a role in Chris Paul getting sent home, he's calling him out directly. Stephen A. said all of that loud and clear on his podcast.
Over the last few hours, reports have come down that Chris Paul was not even on speaking terms with head coach Ty Lue. We don't know what role Tyronn Lue has played in all of this. If Tyronn Lue has played a role in Chris Paul being sent home, I'm going to criticize him too. And I love Ty Lue. But let me be very, very clear. Chris Paul does not deserve.
So Kendrick Perkins hopped on his podcast and dropped a bomb, man. He basically hinted that Chris Paul might have snaked Tyronn Lue behind the scenes. And if that's true, yeah, that's wild. Because that could easily explain why Chris Paul might not have another team lined up, man. We all know he's been talking about retiring this year, and honestly, that would have been the perfect moment to bow out gracefully. And look, when you talk about the Clippers' most iconic player, Chris Paul is that guy. He's the face people think of. So this whole situation just makes everything 10 times crazier. But let's get into it. You all. All right, let's check out this clip right here.
Was doing stuff behind T. Lue's back, going to players, whispering, saying things and causing turmoil when the team is already struggling and going through a lot. The last thing you need is a guy that you brought in to be an extension of the coach, to be a voice, a positive voice in the locker room, to be a negative voice in the locker room. And that's what I'm getting from it, because it's hard as hell. And people say, oh yeah, I'll sit at the bench and collect a vet minimum for 3 years and be a mentor. You have to applaud people like Udonis Haslem, because that's not an easy task, right? That's not an easy task, especially when things are not going well for you. So when I think about him being sent home, and I think about me knowing Ty Lue, my feelings still remain the same about Lawrence Frank. They should have been, his ass need to be gone. Okay, he needs to be gone. My feelings don't change about him. But what I will say, I've been reading, I've been listening, and it's a lot of people that have been commenting, a lot of text messages I've been receiving that's saying, hey, Perk, stop it now. CP3 ain't no saint. And these were people that actually shared a locker room with CP3. I'm going to give you an example. They're on the road. They're playing the game. They up by double digits. Okay, a team comes back. I believe it was Memphis. It might have been Dallas. Memphis or Dallas game. Coach Van Gundy calls the defensive scheme to one of the young guys and tell them, hey, we're going to do this. They break out of the timeout. Chris Paul goes to the young fella and tell him, no, you need to do this. He does what Chris Paul tells him to do, and he get his ass cooked. And those are the things that you cannot do. We all know T. Lue. We all know that it got to be a certain level for him to get to the point where he's not fucking speaking to you. Y'all probably seen T. Lue blow up one time. And that was the time where he called Braun out in the finals, and then he hit it, and Braun hit another switch. And then y'all went on here to
win.
Have history, come back down 3-1 in the NBA Finals.
So you're saying he was warned multiple times? He was warned multiple times?
Huh?
You're saying that he had been warned multiple times about that type of stuff?
They have had meetings with CP3 multiple times. Multiple is twice, right?
Yes.
Several
It's more
times.
than, yeah.
Okay, several times
Two
throughout
is
the
two.
course
Yeah,
of this short
several.
season about certain things. And so, yeah, we could blame and say, yeah, he shouldn't. But just think about it. Like I had to think about it. Like, damn, they sent a future Hall of Fame, like kicked him off the team at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like you had to think, like, what the hell was he doing?
In a place where his jersey was about to be retired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my next.
Honestly, he might be the best Clipper ever.
How does this affect CP3 and his legacy?
It
Doesn't.
don't. It
No,
don't.
we all
Can't go
know.
anywhere else.
So that's what Kendrick Perkins laid out on the Road Trippin' podcast, man. And like I said, you got Richard Jefferson right there, and you got Channing Frye right there, guys who actually played under Ty Lue and won a ring with him. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if they hit up Ty Lue directly and got the real story. And obviously with Kendrick Perkins sitting in the mix, someone who's on ESPN and always plugged into the inside chatter, he's gonna put it all out there exactly how he heard it. And honestly, I really care about how this whole thing went down. But yeah, I fully believe RJ or Channing gave Perk the rundown on what really happened, and that's why the Clippers moved Chris Paul out of there at 3 a.m., man. You know, that's just wild. We haven't seen anything like that go down in a minute.
Yo. Look, I was supposed to be out today. I was minding my damn business, okay? Putting up my Christmas tree. All right, but here's the thing. I'm so tired of Lawrence Frank. I'm sick and tired of Lawrence Frank. I don't know how many chances or what he got, the skeletons that he know about that are in the closet of the Clippers, but something got to change. You know what I'm saying? You don't handle a situation with a future Hall of Famer and CP3 the way that this situation was just handled. Oh, we're going to send him home? We're going to send him home? It's bad enough. We could dive into the whole Kawhi Leonard situation and how I believe it's one of the worst signings ever, right? Free agent signings ever, and how he didn't just hand it basically Oklahoma City a damn dynasty. Sam Presti got enough picks that he take them home. He have steak, potatoes, and a side of picks every single night. That's how many draft picks he got because of the Los Angeles Clippers and Lawrence Frank. But how many times are we going to sit up here and watch this man and allow him to do weasel things, right? What he did to Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers bring him to the Clippers. All of a sudden, he get a promotion. He's at the front office. Doc Rivers get fired. Okay, cool. Look at the John Wall situation. Broken promises to John Wall. All of a sudden, things don't go well. John Wall started to get DMPs. John Wall probably had another 2 or 3 years on to his career. All of a sudden, it was over with once he finished with the Clippers. And now we get to this point. Forget the fact that he got rid of Norman Powell. We're not going to even get into that because Miami doing their thing. Eric Spoelstra loving him. He's probably going to send Lawrence Frank a damn Christmas gift. But now you treat a future Hall of Famer, CP3, the way that you did because he want to hold people in that organization accountable. Hey, man, I just don't get it. I don't know what's going on down there. I know it's a disaster, but this makes the organization look worse. And I just don't understand how this man continues to run this organization and get chance after chance after chance. It's crazy.
So I want y'all to slide down into the comment section and let me know what you think about today's video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button too. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and we out of here. Peace.